Hello, YouTube family. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Tiana Louise here, intuitive coach consultant, with your daily love tarot reading for Tuesday, May 26th. It's been a long weekend. Really hot where I live in California, and it was so hot yesterday. Like, my allergies just started, flaring up. So decided to get up this morning and record your reading. Normally I upload them overnight and I'm on camera. None of that happened today, but look, I'm here and happy to be here with you. Thank you for tuning in. As soon as I get this sage lit, we will get started looking at what's going on with your connection today, looking at all of the energies that may be swirling around you and your person. So, with that being said, I just want to take some time to just thank you for tuning in. I have dived back into my channel, and it's been a slow process, and that's okay. So for each and every view that I get, I am really thankful and appreciative. Each one of you matter to me. So thank you for tuning in and watching and supporting me. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe, so that we can stay connected. All right, so let's look at the energy of your connection at this time. Let's look at what's going on with your person and you, the energies swirling between you two right now. Again, this is a general reading. It's for all signs. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind if it doesn't. I'm putting out a lot of content, so I'm sure if you scroll through my videos, you'll find a message that resonates with you if this one doesn't. But this is just looking at what goes on today. You know, energy is constantly moving, constantly shifting. We're having experiences day to day, so things are always changing. So today, all right, we have choice. So someone's thinking about their choices right now. Someone is looking at, what choices they have before them. Maybe they're making a choice about something. It's interesting. I was just reading a meme that someone sent me about the power of choice and how each and every day and each and every moment we have the ability to make choices that directly affect our lives. So this is what's going on in your connection right now. People exercising their free will, right? And doing so in a place that makes them feel good. Yeah, wanting to feel safe, wanting to feel like they belong, and making choices that reflect that. I feel like someone is really making a choice to do something to nurture themselves at this time, make a choice about this relationship that makes them feel good. Okay, and it may have to do with them saying something, communicating something to you, speaking up about something. There may have been something in the connection between you two that has made your person, made you feel uncomfortable and not at home within themselves for not sharing it, and maybe really needing to express that, making the choice to be more communicative and expressive so that they can feel more comfortable with themselves. What I'm hearing is the need to get something off the chest, but I want to clarify that with some tarot cards. Okay, so this one definitely wanted to come out. Yep. And it was, we have the Justice card here, which is all about making decisions. So someone's making the choice to communicate something, right? To get something off of their chest. And look, we have Seven of Wands, which is all about being on the defense, being in like a challenging, or feeling like they're in a challenging situation, right? And wanting to really come out of that energy, because, you know, this is not authentic. A lot of the times when we hold things back, we do so from a place of feeling like we need to protect ourselves, and that's because we're on the defense. We're afraid to get hurt, and so we don't communicate. And I'm feeling like this person is finally wanting to look. Yeah, see, they've been on the fence about expressing something, and now they want to come out of that and offer some justice, some, you know, justice for themselves and for you, justice for the connection, basically. Yeah, so I'm getting that someone wants to express something that they may have been holding close to their chest, on the defense about. Maybe you said something to them, they said something to you. There was some sort of communication that was missed out of this need to protect themselves, and someone wanting to come out of that. I want to look at your person's emotional state right now. Oh, look, all these wanted to, well, that's too many. But I just want to see like what emotions they've been holding that has them feeling like this. These cards are really, really small. They're like mini cards. Okay, so we have connected, responsible, and comfortable, which goes straight to the home card. So someone's wanting to be connected again, right? I know from experience that a part of disconnecting yourself from someone as a way of protecting yourself is cutting off communication, right? But someone's wanting to take responsibility for that and lean into their own authenticity of being who they really are, which is a connected, responsible human being. That's what makes them feel most comfortable. And so they're really looking at making the choice to be that toward you at this time. So that's what's going on with the energy of the connection. Now, let's look at how they're feeling about you right now. So there's some fear, you know, and this probably has a lot to do with why they've not been as forthcoming as they could be. Let's see what this fear is about. Yeah, this person has been really afraid to say something. Look, we have twin flame. So this is a twin flame connection. A lot of fear coming up around that. And I mean, that's what the twin flame connection is all about. Exposing your fears, your insecurities, exposing the shadow parts of yourself so that, you know, it can be healed. And so that obviously is what's happening with this person. Let's see what they've been afraid to say. Yeah, so this person is in their head about what other people are thinking right now. You know, how other people perceive the connection, how other people perceive you, how other people perceive them. And they may even be afraid to admit what this connection is. You know, maybe they've discovered that, you know, and maybe they just haven't said that to you. And so I feel like part of this choice that they're making is really, and maybe they've even been in, you know, this just came up for me, maybe they've had a hard time really accepting or believing themselves that this is what it really is, you know, feeling like they're crazy. A lot of the times when people discover the twin flame connection, and figure out that it really resonates for them, and this is likely the journey that they're on, it can make you feel like you're going crazy, right? It can definitely bring up, it definitely brings up all of your fears, your insecurities, your doubt, your uncertainty, your shadow side, your dark side, right? And confronting that can be a scary process, particularly when it comes to communicating about it. And I'm getting that you may have been trying to communicate about this with this person, and they've just not been a space for that. I'm going to pull some tarot cards just to get a little more information about this. Okay, so we have the Venerable Man. We have Ten of Swords. And we have the Six of Cups. So, the Six of Cups to me represents someone returning from the past, maybe returning to say something. It also can represent, a relationship from your younger years. But what I'm picking up is that this is like past life energy, past life connection, a bond that brought up, deep soul memories, as well as trauma, right? Trauma from the past. Ten of Swords. So this has made it difficult for this person because they're being called forth to be vulnerable in a way that scares them. In this deck, which is the Tarot of the 1001 Nights, to me in this deck, this represents the Divine Masculine. So I also feel like, with this choice card here, with this responsible card, connected card, like this person, and the communication card, this person is being called to mature, right? They've really had to grow, move beyond their fear and what other people may think, to connect with you in a way where they can be totally upfront and honest, right? And so that's, definitely on their minds today. So I want to look at ultimately, and it's a painful process, Ten of Swords. Let's not forget that. It's a deep, painful process because not only is it bringing up trauma from this lifetime, it's bringing up a whole bunch of soul wounds from lifetimes before. You and this person may have had other lifetimes together with this twin flame card here, right? And that's why we have this Seven of Wands here. Like, this brings out all of their insecurities and totally puts them on defense. But when they do that, they get out of their body. Like, they don't feel at home within themselves, and so they know that needs to change. They know that they have to do whatever it takes so that they feel comfortable with themselves and with you. So that's actually pretty good. Like, I'm definitely sensing that today, your person is thinking about communication with you, like what they need to say to you, right? And what they need to admit to you, right? This came up as how they're feeling about you. And so I also will look at what they want to say to you. But first, let's look at, ultimately, before we look at what they want to say, let's just look at, where they are in terms of what they want with you. So we have love yourself first. We have true love. And we have separation. So what I'm getting is that, like, this connection that you and this person have had has helped both of you learn how to really love yourself, be your own best friend in the deepest sense of the word. And they've wanted, and they continue to want, the time to really work through that, because the more that they work through that, the more they realize how much you really mean to them, how authentic, how genuine this connection really is. But they've needed, and they continue to need time to work through that. You know, at least that's what they're feeling in their heart at this time. Let's pull some tarot cards to clarify. We have Knight of Wands. Yeah, so, you know, they definitely feel a lot of passion. They definitely feel a lot of love, and they may even want to come forward. But what I'm getting is, you know, it's like they're building up the motivation, and they're building up the motivation as a result of just learning how to love themselves more. Queen of Wands. And that's how they see you. They see you as the Queen of Wands, right? And the Queen of Wands is someone who is very confident, very passionate, right? Like the ultimate symbol of femininity. And they like that. It's almost like you motivate this person to stand in their full power, right? But again, we have Seven of Pentacles. They still need time. They still need time to keep looking at this and working through this, because the reality of it is, based on what I see here, they're learning a lot from it. So let's look at what they are learning. Like, what is some of the growth work that's occurring for this person right now? And this is probably things that you can't see. Yeah, so they're really learning how to work through conflict and differences and areas where you guys may have bumped heads, things that, you know, may have been said or that came up that really made them feel uncomfortable and triggered them. They're really learning how to work through that within themselves right now. And they're learning how to work through that without like everything having to fall apart, without everything having to come to an end, without them going into this place where they feel like they have to totally shut down and like walk away from you, right? They're learning how to let go, right? I see this card as like the acceptance card, right? And they're learning, you know, some deep lessons, deep soul lessons, looking back through their life, and I'm feeling on a deep DNA level, because we had that past life card, Six of Cups, that came up. Like, they're really starting to see how this not only, like, this behavior not only affects this connection, but has been a pattern in their lives. And that might be something that they want to express to you, and, you know, they're trying to figure out how to express for you, because they definitely, you know, can get caught up in their pride when it comes to, you know, what people think and whatnot. So let's look at what they want to say to you. So if they could express all of this to you today, if they could really come forward and communicate this, what would that look like? What would that sound like? So we have, I'm a better person because of you. So like I said, they have definitely learned a lot from you. You motivate them to stand in their full power. I'm in a much better headspace now. Yeah, so, you know, this time apart, you guys obviously are in a separation or some kind of challenge, difficulty that requires that you at least take space away from each other. Even if you come back to each other right now, what I'm getting is, you know, you're in a place where you've had to step away from each other right now to figure some things out, and this has allowed them to gain clarity and to just, you know, get more balance within themselves, where they feel like they can where they feel like they have things sorted out in their head, where they could possibly like even express it. They weren't able to express it before. And then they're wondering, you know, how you could still love them after everything that's happened. So that's the other thing that may have this person, you know, being shut down at this time, that they feel like, you know, they feel like they've done some things that may be unforgivable. And they want to, you know, like they wonder, like, could you really still love them after everything that has happened? After, you know, what I'm getting is it's been some tumultuous times in the connection, some really bad arguments, some really bad moments where they thought that this, you know, might not be able to come back together. So I feel like they're definitely still working that out and still needing time to work through all of this. I want to look at going forward based on where they are today. What potential outcomes do they see in their mind's eye right now? Like, you know, that could, like, what actions, at least in their heart, do they want to take? So we have Fool's Gold, we have possessiveness, and we have innocence. So they're conflicted right now, what I'm getting. Like, they definitely don't want to prematurely rush forward without being totally clear within themselves. That's why we have this Fool's Gold here, like bringing forth something that looks all shiny and pretty, but actually underneath is still like really rusty. It needs to be polished up. But they definitely are, like, they want to do that because they're afraid that if they don't, they might lose you. We have the possessiveness card here. They definitely want to claim you as theirs. And I feel like that's why we have this Knight of Wands that came out. But, you know, they want to come correct, right? They, in their heart, they're not this dark, evil person. I mean, we all have, you know, our dark side, but in their heart, they're really wanting to get to that place of purity and innocence, and like that 0 point where there's a total reset. And so they're clear that they need to keep working on themselves in order for that to happen. Okay, so those are your messages for today, Tuesday, May 26th. Thank you so much for stopping by and tuning into my channel. I really, really love doing this for you guys. I hope that resonated for you in some way. Go ahead and make sure you like this video. Subscribe to my channel. That's how I know to keep going, because my goal is to help and support people going through these kinds of connections. Because here's the deal. Relationships make up the quality of our lives. And so don't you ever feel down or bad on yourself, because these kinds of things consume a lot of your thought energy and emotional energy. Totally normal. And I'm here to support you through that process. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Peace.